My name is Susan Carr and I'm an art therapist and I qualified in 2005. I currently work in private practice as an art therapist on a part-time basis. This is because I have many other interests and other things that I do voluntarily. One of the things is that I'm currently a co-editor-in-chief of the International Journal of Art Therapy, and also I'm a council member for the British Association of Art Therapy. So these things take up quite a lot of time, but I fit my private practice around that. While I was doing my training as an art therapist, I did a placement at a hospice in Swindon, and they offered me a post at the end of it as an art therapist to set up an art therapy service in the hospice. And so this was a really great opportunity for me to develop all types of skills. And they also were very encouraging when I said I wanted to do a PhD and do some research. I began by working with a group of patients, asking them about the kind of intervention that they would like that didn't actually exist at the moment. And they started telling me how they would look in the mirror and say that they don't recognize themselves and that they don't know who they are anymore. I was talking to them and saying, well, what about if you painted portraits of yourselves? And they all started laughing and saying, oh no, I don't think I'd do that. And then one of them piped up and said, but I'd do it if you painted it. So, and then the others all started saying, yes, and I'd do it as well, and I'd do it. I suppose it reversed the typical terms of engagement for art therapy, and I then became their third hand and painted their portraits for them. The patients were very appreciative and really enjoyed the process, and it also had a ripple effect onto the families, and I had many letters from families saying things like, it made Bill's year just having this process going on. Another one saying it was just so great for Hilary to feel that she was part of something important, this research process, as well as being able to express her self-identity in a way that she actually recognised. I would encourage all AHPs to involve themselves in research. I think it's imperative actually to be looking at the way you work and how you can best serve your clients, and that's what I did, and that was just by talking to the patients that we found this wonderful intervention for them that met their needs. And there's something about research which is about being on the borders, being on the edges of what is known, that is very exciting. Art therapy is one of the smaller AHP professions, and therefore it's important to be creative and to embrace private practice if that is something that is necessary to do, because there's not always jobs available. For myself, I found that it gives me flexibility. I'm able to be creative around my time management, and also an entrepreneur, which is something that I've always wanted to do anyway. So it's really worked out well for me. I just like to push on different doors and see which ones open up to me. This has always worked in the past, and I've ended up going down different avenues that I didn't even know existed.